Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so with the data download earlier today, we got the actual final set information on what the crossover category is going to be looking like. A lot of units that we were expecting or thought should be on there are on there. And then there's a bunch that I never would have expected that are on here as well. So obviously, very quickly, the main leader is the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. I know it's kind of a meme now, but like he's potentially one of the best units in the game. Like he's easily top 10. You could potentially make an argument for top 5. But we need to see him in game. But like, bear in mind, so he gives crossover category allies and Great 8 power allies a buff. He gets both of those buffs. So that means he's looking at 180% attack and defense. He then raises defense by 30% on super attack. So his defense is going to be incredibly high, with also a 50% chance to counter the enemy super attack. Then he has an incredibly good link set. He's on great categories, because obviously the error from the previous global thing was fixed, so he's the same as he is on JP. He's just incredibly good, and his leader skill is 170 to all 3 stats. It's not one of these 170, 170, 130 splits. So very, very strong leader skill. So if we look at the category, what it strikes me as straight away is, even though it's called crossover because it features all of the sort of characters that have crossed over from other special like events or other games and stuff, it almost kind of seems more like a what if category to a certain degree, because straight away you can see along the top line here the Super Saiyan Bardoks are all in here, and just below him in the middle here we have the chilled cards. So they come from the TV special, The History of Bardock, the like special one, obviously, where he goes Super Saiyan and fights Chilled, which, as I'm sure you know, I'm a big fan of. So seeing them in here is kind of interesting. It's kind of useful as well, because one day, hopefully soon, now that Mars Saiyan has an easy A, and I don't know if you guys will remember, but all of these Super Saiyan Bardoks awaken with the Mars Saiyan medals. So potentially in the future we could see that Easy A come back, and then you use those Mars Saiyan Easy A medals to Easy A these old Bardoks. Someone like the physical Bardock, for example, who is a fairly decent support unit, he just hasn't aged particularly well nowadays. If he got an Easy A, he could then potentially be a very good support unit for this team, because not only is obviously a supporting unit useful in the first place, but he's going to share links with people like Super Saiyan, Saiyan Pride, stuff like that, so that could be very good. And then also Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas are on here. Again, like his original appearance, if I remember rightly, was in one of the Raging Blast games, and then obviously he came to Dokkan, so he's not considered like a heroes card or anything, because he was in another game first, as far as I remember. So all the Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas are in here, which is kind of interesting. Hachiak and Dr. Lychee are in here, because obviously they originally came from one of the older games in cutscenes that was then like re-rendered and re-released in higher quality as the plan to eradicate the Saiyans. So they're all on here as well. Mira and Toa, obviously from Xenoverse. All the Xenoverse cards. I don't know if they've updated the artwork on here. They haven't yet, but they've all been given the Xenoverse logo tag. Shout out to Dokkan Assets, I saw those posted earlier. So all the cards that are considered Xenoverse cards are in the crossover category as well. Then obviously all the Heroes cards, which we would expect. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock is in here as well, because I guess technically from the design and everything, he is originally from Xenoverse 2. So him being in the category is good. You can combine him with, say, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta if you want a double Super Saiyan 3 rotation to take advantage of those links, or just the fact that he has decent sort of Bardock links if you're going to include like the support units, or even Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. He is the sub leader, but you would potentially use him on the team as well. He'll link really well with the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. All of the Fusions cards, which we definitely expected. Hopefully one day they'll revisit some of these, because some of them still don't have Awakenings, and then the ones that do are quite outdated. So like my boy Karoli, I love his design. I wanted him to be good, but he's so incredibly lackluster. This man needs an Easy A, most definitely. So then we've got the Super Saiyan 3 GT Vegetas, because again, they're sort of what if. I don't know if they were in any games that I'm aware of, the specific GT version, but obviously in GT he never went Super Saiyan 3. And then the Arale cards and all of the Penguin Village crossover cards are in there as well. So I know a lot of people, myself included, I was fairly new to the game when the Arale collab came out, so I didn't summon for her, and then obviously she's never come back. So there's a lot of people like me out there who just won't have these cards. You got the weird Sour Man, Obocha Man, who is Arale's little friend. This General Blue, who's actually kind of good, and the Mercenary Tau. And then obviously Marseillan. I believe they updated his art on JP. I don't think it's on here again yet, where he has the Xenoverse tag as well. In fact, actually one unit I passed over that I didn't even think of. Super Saiyan 2 Trunks. So this is what makes it stand out to me as being more of a like what if category, because this card's been around for a long time, still doesn't have a Dokkan Awakening, but been around for a long time, because this is the version of Trunks who came back to the current timeline like during the Android saga, and so obviously never went Super Saiyan 2, so this is another what if card, and that is on the category, so that's quite interesting. And then, yeah, more fusions cards. Super Saiyan 3 Broly, because again, just like Bardock, he's like a what-if character. He was from Raging Blast as well, same with the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Then, of course, the cards that are considered the Fighters crossover, so both the 21s and the Tech Android 16 are on here. Interesting additions for them as well. Arale and Goku, the LR, because obviously I guess they're including any crossover with the Arale and like Penguin Village stuff, so he's on there, or they're on there I should say, which is kind of cool. And then I think all the rest are the Heroes cards. Oh, and Bardock is on here as well, because yeah, I guess him and all his animations and the fact that he goes Super Saiyan, he is from the TV movie. This actually now dawns on me. So I tweeted the other day, right? I could, if Bardock, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock was on Revenge, I would be able to make the full Bardock team under the Revenge leader skill. Unfortunately, he is not on Revenge, but since they've decided to add all of these Bardocks on here, it means I can now run this guy as a leader for the crossover leader skill. And then we've got our base form transforming Bardock. Marseillan is on here, and all the other forms of Bardock. So, apart from the LR Team Bardock, who I probably would have used, I will be able to make the full Bardock team under the crossover leader skill. So that's quite exciting. Stay tuned for that. That will definitely be a video that I make. So, yeah, very interesting. And then, of course, this is the free-to-play guy that you can farm up from the story event. He is the sub-leader, only a 50% leader skill. He seems like he could be okay, but he's definitely nothing too crazy. I will do a video on him. We'll probably farm him up and then use him just on the team under the full leader skill and see what exactly he can do. But yeah, very interesting category. There's definitely a lot of interesting choices. We were talking about the fact on the original reaction thing that the crossover the crossover category seemed to kind of invalidate the Heroes category a little bit, because obviously all Heroes categories are going to be on here, or all Heroes characters. But yeah, they've really expanded this, because first impression we were thinking this was going to be Heroes cards, Fusions cards. Nola did say the Penguin Village stuff, and then obviously the Xenoverse cards as well. But the fact that they've added in all these kind of what if, like Super Saiyan Bardock, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Bardock and Broly, like that's just helped to expand the category massively. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure no one's going to be running this Super Saiyan 2 Trunks on this team, but it's always nice when they expand on the categories a little bit and give them that little bit more variety. So very interesting to see what they've done with this category, and obviously very much looking forward to pulling these units and getting to try out different builds for this category, because obviously there's such a wide spread of units. You're going to be able to take them into a bunch of events with a whole bunch of different team builds, and it's going to be very, very interesting. And then of course all the real hype comes down to this man right here. Obviously the best out of all the new units, insane leader skill for what is going to be a very cool category, and just an incredible unit overall. Every single one of these categories, he's going to be insanely good on those teams. I think he shares every single link except one with like physical Vegito Blue as well. So on like a super physical one of the first things I'm going to do absolutely is jump into Extreme Super Battle Road with this guy and physical Vegito Blue, because that is going to be nutty. So let me know what you guys think of the crossover category. What do you think about some of these additions? Are you happy with it? What do you think of it overall? I wouldn't say it's like top tier categories in the game, but it's definitely going to be very fun. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the link to my Discord in the description down below. Feel free to join in the fun down there, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.